Here's Fox to end the cold streak. Another miss by Fox.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Hank DLM back with another video, man. If you're new to the channel, man, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss nothing. Yeah, we back at our NBA 2K25 episode 4, I believe. Last game we lost to the Warriors. This game we got the Spurs, and it's a key game. So everything is just, yeah, they just throwing all the best teams at us. And right now we're not handling too well with the pressure, but I'm pretty sure after a couple more games everything will be all right. We just need a little more time with each other. You know what I'm saying? We just need a little more time to develop. Oh man, worst team in the West. Balling out for Houston, man.
At home, the Rockets don't hold anything back, whether it comes to their clothes or their effort on the floor. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live. And, Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
We know MP never misses a chance to show up for his team's fans. And this season, he's going the extra mile by committing to winning every home game he plays in. That's a pretty bold objective.
Yeah, MP is determined to give anyone who steps on his court a fight. He's really trying to create an environment where this becomes a must-win game for their opponents, wanting those teams to treat this game like it's a must-win.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Fox is out there with Chris Paul. And it's Vassell in at the 3 slot. Now here's Porter, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Boston. They're moving on up, 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible.
Ball against Porter. Wembanyama, a screen on Porter. This one for 3. They get it back. Pass to Paul. Fox kicks to Paul. Good on the three-point shot.
Didn't take long for Paul to square his body up on that catch and shoot. So skilled.
Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Paul passes to Wembanyama. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Porter, pass to Van Vliet. Porter looking it over. Shoots over Vassell. Porter can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Great positioning on the putback.
Well, you have to appreciate the tenacity that Sohan plays with. He's a worker.
Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. The Rockets fourth.
Well, last year they were all over the glass. Their physicality is what helped define their identity.
Porter against Vassell. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
I tell you what, Fox shooting now in rhythm. Got to respect also his decision-making, really get a good feel for how the D is playing.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Now here's Fox. Vassell outside. And Wembanyama outside. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Houston.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Eason, a screen on Vassell. Porter can't get that one to fall.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpy's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Brooks checked in for Houston. Here's Porter. There's the try.
Man, way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Outside, Fox takes the three. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets trail by 7. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And here is Paul, following the three from Porter. Over to the left wing. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Boy, Fox is so quick off the floor.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Houston. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, look, it's really hard to win a game being one-dimensional. It can be done, but it doesn't happen very often. Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Pass to Wembanyama. To the middle. Here's Vassell. The Rockets pull it in. To the paint and taken away by Paul. Here's Fox. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And we talk about Fox's speed, but he also has length. He's a factor there in the paint.
Substitution on the
Pete.
court.
Here's Porter. He's got 12. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. On the floor for San Antonio. In the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembenyama playing the 5. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. Great open look there. Castle's got 6.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Outside Porter. Tate with the screen for Porter. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. 15 points in the game.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Spurs working the ball around now. A shot by Johnson, no good. Rockets trail by 12. Brooks kicks to Porter. Tate a screen on Paul. It's Porter outside. San Antonio with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
Down low, here's Castle. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Johnson, the pass to Sohan. The 3. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Holiday. Brooks kicks to Porter. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembenyama's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Such an interesting player, isn't he, Coach Jeremy Sohan? He played a lot of point guard during his 2nd season.
Yeah, Kevin, the Spurs experimented with Sohan at the 1. It was a bit unconventional. They went away from it later in the year. But that experience as a point guard will continue to help his playmaking ability as his career progresses.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Tari Eason's checked in for Jayshawn Tate. Whitmore comes in for Brooks. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. Shoots from the elbow. Fox, no good. Rockets trail by 12. Here's Porter. Pass to Şengün. Back to Porter. Eason with a screen for Porter. Tries again. And Eason with the lay-in. Good. Eason's got his first 2 points.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking. Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Porter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing. You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Vassell kicks to Johnson. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Spurs come into this one following a loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, just way too many turnovers in that one. If you can't protect the ball, you can't expect to win.
Yeah, look, turnovers hurt you in 2 ways. You lose the possession on offense, and defensively, giveaways normally lead to easy points for your opponents.
Here's Fox. The Rockets pull it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Eason passes to Porter. Here's Şengün. Outside Porter. Trains it from beyond the arc. Porter's got 10 points in the quarter. Fox with it. With 1 on the clock. Good. And the Spurs lead by 5.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Spurs out in front. They lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
It is a wonderful night.
You know, for the Rockets, they knew they'd be in for a rough start. The question is, do they have the tools to turn it around? The front office will tell.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Spurs.
They've done a lot of things.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Alperen Şengün out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Porter. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Whitmore in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way and you're interested.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story.
Ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
To the inside, Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on. And so much for repeating the 3-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Here's Whitmore. It's tipped. Vassell with it. Now defended by Şengün. Vassell, the pass to Sohan. And it's off from 3-point range. Outside Porter. Will it go? He takes it in and finished off by Porter.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Spurs working the ball around now. Sohan finds Paul. Buries the long-range jumper. Paul's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Spurs. Porter passes to Eason. Eason with a screen for Porter. Takes it off the glass. 26 points for the Beast.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. Now here's Vassell. Over Eason. And the basket by Vassell. And the Spurs lead by 13. And the Rockets with possession here. Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look, He is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all 3 levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a 3-point shot.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pass to Wembanyama. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jock Landale comes in for Şengün. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Castle's checked in for the Spurs. Bounce pass from Paul. Now Sohan. Wembanyama, a screen on Eason. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 11 points.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
It's Porter outside, and it's Fox with the rebound. Spurs leading by 13. Pass to Sohan. No good on the 3. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Here's Fox. Porter with a block. Outside Holiday. Eason, a screen on Fox. Porter finds Eason, and here's Porter. Eason, a screen on Fox, and that one's good by Porter.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's going to have a discussion. Pass to Eason. VanVleet kicks to Porter. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. Porter's got 39.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
On the court for San Antonio. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Chris Paul is out there with Fox, and it's Vassell in at the 3. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Fox against Porter. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
San Antonio leading by 5. Vassell outside. Wembanyama left side. Outside, Fox. His three-pointers off the mark.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Wembanyama, a screen on VanVleet. Wembanyama outside. Poked away. Shot clock at 6. Sohan. Off target from three-point range. It's trailed by 3. Van Vliet left side. Outside Porter. Şengün with a screen on Fox. Porter, no luck.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Wembanyama passes to Fox. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And the dunk by Eason.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Boy, me and Tari Eason going back to back on the motherfucking rebounds, boy.
Let's see how much they have left in the tank.
I just need this nigga De'Aaron Fox to come over here by me a little bit so I can. Oh, shit.
Now, here's Fox.
All right.
Trying to break that ice cold streak.
That's me. Let's go.
And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Porter's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Van Vliet gets the Porter.
Oh, my God.
Missed that time. Would have put him up. San Antonio leading. Wembanyama passes to Fox. And that's a foul called on the Beast. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Fox. To end the cold streak. Another miss by Fox.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. With the game in the balance, coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. He told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during shoot-around. We've got a great ending in store, guys.
Thank you, David. Pass to Whitmore. And here's Porter. 5 to shoot. Vassell grabs the board. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich.
I missed the motherfucking shot to give us the game, bro. This shit is all up in the air right now. It's all up in the air. One possession, nigga. One fucking possession. What do we do?
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Up top, Fox. They need this. The 3 won't fall.
Let's fucking go, nigga. Let's fucking go. Home court hero, nigga. Run them niggas off my fucking court. Yeah. Yeah. That's nothing but respect, boy. That's a clutch ass game. Fought back, but what, 15 points? Fought back from 15 points? Fought back from 15 points, nigga? Come on now. Yeah, we doing it to him. We giving him that work, nigga. Dropped 43 points. I wasn't about to lose at a double-double. Come on, had assists and blocks. Come on, bro. I ain't going out like that. Boy, if you made it this far in the 10, man, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss nothing. It's your boy Hank DLM, and I'm out.
Way to bring the effort tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
You have been playing well as a starter.
Yeah, and we are confident it is the right move for the long-term health of the team.
But
Not everyone is as thrilled as we are with the new lineup.
I'm sure you can figure out who he's talking about.
I mean, if I were him, I'd be unhappy too. But like you said, there's no place for hurt feelings, and this is a grown man's league.
Yes, of course. But we would like you to make a special effort to get him more involved in the offense when you're on the floor with him.
We've talked a lot about using your gravity to get everyone involved. We just want to make sure that he's one of those people.
I'm a little confused. You said you were happy with the way that I was playing.
We are, but we're losing games.
Man, it doesn't matter what other circumstances we're dealing with. We made the move, and we're losing, and it looks bad. To everyone. But to you-know-who most of all.
And you're not happy losing games, are you?
Of course not. But there's only so much that I can do.
No, you can always do more.
Okay, and losing one of our best players in the offseason is only going to make things worse.
So what do you want me to do?
We have some ideas.
What, Alperen Sengun? Of course. Of course they want me to increase Alperen Sengun's usage. Man, come on, bro. That nigga get 2 points a game. That nigga's trash. That got shit to do with me. That nigga's trash. you average 2 points a game, you a starter, get the fuck out. Alright, put Steven Adams back in the game.
Alright, look. I'll give it my best shot, but he has to hold up his end of the bargain. I can't put the ball in the basket for him, too.
All we ask is that you try. It's in the best interest of the organization, MP.
We need you to be a team player.
Yo, MP, how'd the meeting go today?
Yo, it was okay. They said that they want me to try to keep the peace.
Keep the peace?
Yeah.
Like how?
They said that they need everyone to win championships, so I should try to create more open looks.
Open looks? For the guy who can't adjust to his new role on the team. And who's running around blaming everybody but himself.
Yeah, I guess they worried about losing him in the offseason, man.
No, losing him. They should be worried about losing you, man.
Why? I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but you can't let them know that. Come on, you think they need him to win championships?
Honestly, I don't know. Defenses, they get tough in the playoffs, man, but I know that I can deliver in the crunch time.
Exactly. Okay, that's why you need to focus on you, okay? Whether he comes along or not, that's up to him.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Pete, but I'm trying to bring championships to this city.
Duh, that's why they got you, man. They don't need him.
Even MJ needed Scotty, P. I'm trying to win here, nowhere else, all right?
Look, is this guy Scotty? Because I don't see him on any GOAT lists. Look, your job is to be a star, okay? So just go be a star. All right, their job is to build a good team. All right, don't let them put that on you, okay?
Look, I hear what you're saying, P, but it's not that simple, man.
Look, man, I'm just here to give you advice, okay? Look, what you do with that is up to you. All right, but I know you. All right, and I know your dream is to create a dynasty bigger than MJ's. All right, in order for you to do that, you need to become the face of this franchise. Don't let anyone get in your way, no matter what they've done for this team in the past.
Maybe, man.
Okay, look, I get that. All right, and I got your back. I'm just telling you how I see it. And for your sake, I hope you see it too.